All right, let's talk about your paycheck. What if I told you that next week it wasn't just going to be dollars, but also a little bit of digital gold? Today, we are diving into a really surprising mashup: classic American fast food and some seriously cutting edge cryptocurrency. Yep, we're talking burgers, shakes, and Bitcoin. Sounds a little wild, doesn't it? You go to work, you flip some burgers, and at the end of the week, your paycheck could actually land in a digital wallet. But listen, this isn't some science fiction movie plot. It's happening right now.
So, which classic American brand is making this leap, swapping out some of its regular cash payroll for crypto? And what does that actually mean for the folks working there? Well, the answer might just surprise you.
That's right, Steak and Shake, the place you go for those iconic burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes. They are one of the very first in their industry to let employees choose to convert part of their wages directly into Bitcoin. Now, this is a huge deal. It takes crypto from being this, speculative thing you trade online to something you can actually earn at your day job. It gives employees a direct path into the crypto world, but it also brings a whole new level of risk and volatility to their pay.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how in the world does this actually work? How does someone's hard work at the grill turn into digital currency in a wallet? It might sound super complex, but the tech that makes it all possible is actually designed to be pretty simple.
So the secret sauce here is something called the Lightning Network. The easiest way to think about it is like an express lane built right on top of the main Bitcoin highway. It allows for tiny, almost instant transactions with super, super low fees. And this is absolutely essential for something like payroll. I mean, without it, sending small, frequent payments in Bitcoin would be way too slow and way too expensive to be practical for anybody.
And get this wasn't just some corporate PR stunt that nobody actually used. The system saw really high transaction volumes on its very first day. This shows there's a real appetite for this from the workers. Maybe they see it as an easier way to invest, or a hedge against inflation, or, maybe they're just curious about the technology. Whatever the reason, the demand is clearly there.
Now, as interesting as the Steak and Shake story is, it's really just one piece of a much larger puzzle. So let's zoom out for a second and see how this fits into the bigger corporate picture. Steak and Shake isn't alone here. They're not some random outlier. They are part of a growing wave of American companies that are starting to look at digital assets not just as investments, but as real, practical tools for things like employee benefits. What we're seeing is a major shift, where crypto is slowly moving from this niche thing for traders into a legitimate part of the mainstream corporate world. And for Steak and Shake, this isn't just a fleeting experiment. They are putting their money where their mouth is by creating what they call a strategic Bitcoin reserve on their own balance sheet. This shows a real long-term belief in Bitcoin's value, and it aligns the company's own financial strategy with the new perk they're offering employees. It's a pretty powerful statement of commitment, right? So what does this all mean for the future of how we all get paid? I mean, this one company's decision raises some really big questions about what could be coming down the line for everybody. And really, this is the big question, isn't it? On one hand, you're offering employees more choice and direct access to a whole new kind of asset. But on the other hand, you're introducing risk and volatility right into the thing they depend on, their paycheck. So are we watching the very beginning of a revolution in payroll, or is this just a cool novelty that's going to fade away? Well, as more companies give it a shot, I think we'll get our answer. But for now, it's a fascinating glimpse into what the future of work might look like.